Hi students, welcome back. Let us continue with the topic Introduction to Database Management System, Chapter 3 from Computer Application. In the previous video, we have discussed few topics, that is Introduction to Database Management System, evolutions of DBMS, and finally DBMS concepts. In this video, we are going to discuss about database models. There are four different models: hierarchical database model, network model, relational model, and object-oriented database model. In previous video, we have learned about database concept. So database is the place where we store, retrieve, and manage all the data. So that database technology came into existence in terms of models with relational and object relational behavior. So in this video, we are going to discuss about these two technologies. So one by one, we will discuss in detail at the very first hierarchical database model. So this was a model developed by IBM, and the famous model was IMS, that is Information Management System. In this model, every individual row was treated as one individual's record. Let us look at this table. We do have 3 rows and 3 columns. Now look at the first row. It is ID, name, age. These are the headings of this particular table. Now the second row, ID is 1, name is Anu, age is 12. So this particular row indicates one individual's record. So this is the basic idea about database. We gather data and we store it in a table format. Now let us see how this hierarchical database model is actually designed. For example, let us frame hierarchical database model for collecting student details. Consider standard 12. So we can collect the data from all the students of standard 12 and we can maintain a table. But it is difficult because all the students are not in same group. Their subjects are different. So based on the subject, we can create different tables. So here I split this table into two different parts and I create a table for +2 commerce group and +2 general group. There are so many different groups, you can create as much you like. So after dividing, storing students' detail will be easier. To make it more easier, I can further divide this table into two different parts. For example, +2 commerce students, I can maintain a table for boys alone and a table for girls. Similarly, for other groups also, we can divide the table and you can store a table for girls and for boys. Now look at these branches. This design is actually called as hierarchical database model. Now standard 12, that is the very first table, act as the parent table and the branches act as the child. So here there is a relationship between parent and child, that is parent-child relationship. The entire model looks like tree structure. Look at this model, observe it properly, because parent will have many child but every single child will have only one parent. That is the main concept in hierarchical database model, and there is no connection between siblings. That is, there is no connection between +2 commerce and +2 general. Let us see another example which is given in your textbook. It is based on company details, and here also we do have so many branches and all these branches will have parent-child relationship. Now moving on to the advantages and limitations of hierarchical database model. The very first advantage is less redundant data, efficient search, data integrity and security. All these features are provided and these are the advantage part. Redundant data means excess unnecessary data are very less here, and since we are maintaining unique table, searching process will be more easier. And the limitation, it is very difficult to implement and difficult to handle so many relationship, that is many to many relationship. That's all about hierarchical database model. And now let us move on to the second model, that is network model. So network model, the very first model was designed and it was named as IDS, that is integrated data store. And here many to many relationships are handled in a better way. Handling this many to many relationship was not so easy in hierarchical database model. This network model handles many to many relationship in a better way. And in this model there are three database components. They are network schema, subschema and language. We will discuss this later, and now I'll tell you about the types of relationships, that is one to one to many and many to many. For example, one to one relationship, where we can see one to one relationship, one individual person can have only one Aadhaar number. Unique data will be always one to one. At the same time, one to many relationship, that is, for example, one person can have many phone numbers. You will be learning about these types of relationships later. Now let us see how this network model is created. For example, consider college details. College, they do offer many courses and it is maintained as department. Here for example I have taken one department. Not only department, they do have library. So here this college is divided into two parts. First one is department A and second one is library. Now this department or this college cannot be working without students. So we do have a common table for department A and library, that is students. Now let's talk about the relationship. Now in this model, college is the very first table to be created. So obviously it acts as the parent. And this parent has two children. One is department A and then library. So individually, when you look at department A, it has one more child, that is student, and library, it has one child, that is again the same table, student. So what happens? This department A and library, it will turn as parent. For whom? For student. So here we have so many relationship, that is college has two children, department A and library. Department A has one child, that is student, and library has one child, that is student again, and student table has two parent, that is department A and library. Actually this network model is similar to hierarchical database model, that is a previous model, but only one difference: in hierarchical, that is a previous model, one child will have only one parent, but here in the network model one child will have many parents, that is many owner. Now this entire structure is actually called as network schema. The database structure is actually called as network schema. How it is connected, how it is divided, everything. And controls on view of the database for the user is actually called as subschema. We should present it well. We will present in different way. Not all the tables will be accessible for everybody. To make the tables accessible, to make the database accessible, we will use procedural languages. So that is about network model. Now let us move on to the advantages and limitations of network model. Okay, let's start with advantages. The very first advantage is ability to handle more relationship types. We do have three relationship types. One is one to one, then one to many, and many to many relationships. We have seen in the example, that is table student had two parents, that is one to many relationship. So like that we do have many, and easy data access, and finally data integrity and independence. Limitations: so it is difficult to design and maintain. Since all the tables are connected, it is difficult. Now let us move on to the next model, that is relational model. Oracle and DB2, these two softwares are based on commercial relational models, and relational model is defined with the two terminologies. One is instance and schema. Look at this picture. This is given in your textbook based on relational database model. Now let's discuss with an example how this relational model is actually designed. The entire table is called as relation, and all the columns are called as attributes, and all the rows are called as tuples. So, instant means a table should consist of rows and columns. That is what called as instance. And what is schema? Every single column will have a unique name and type. Now, what is name and type? Let us see. The very first column is SID, that is student ID. So, what is the data type there? Under that SID, in that particular column, we have entered only numbers. So, that the data type is number. And the next column is yes name, and the data type is text. Since we have written only alphabet, only names, it comes under text. And similarly, the other columns also, they do have particular name and type. So every single table should have unique attributes and tuples, that is unique column and unique rows. And now let us move on to the next topic, that is next model. It is object oriented database model. Now in this model we do have plenty of things. Now this model is the combination of object oriented concept and database technologies. Both are clumped together. Here in this object oriented model we use small and reusable softwares, that is known as object. And let us see one example so that you will be more clear in this concept. Now look at this picture. This is actually object oriented database model. Now in this entire model we are going to discuss only the first part of this picture, that is salesperson, name, age and salary. So what is salesperson? It is the name of the table. And what is name, age, salary? They are the attributes. Attributes means column. So in a table format you can see that is ID, name, age, salary. These are the column names. And salesperson is mentioned as entity. Entity means it is a table. So this is how the database is designed. All the entity, that is table, will be mentioned in rectangle box, and the columns supporting that table, that is attributes, will be mentioned in oval shape, which is also ellipse shape. Now let's go back to the main picture to see few more content. Okay, now here we do have diamond shape box. This is mentioning the relationship between one table and the other, that is one entity to the other entity. Already we have seen about relationship, that is one to one, one to many and many to many relationship. That is what mentioned here. So almost we do have 4 tables and their columns are also mentioned. That's all about object oriented database model. Let's have a quick recap. That is, we have discussed about database models. The very first one is hierarchical database model, network model, relational model, and finally object oriented database model. That's all for today. Keep watching the upcoming videos and read the text. Thanks for watching.